Turning to news new tonight at 10, an East Texas man has been arrested after allegedly trying to shoot his wife and 4 other people. That's according to an arrest affidavit that reveals this man, 43-year-old Christopher Okoa, is charged with 5 counts of aggravated assault with a deadly weapon. His bond is set at $500,000. His arrest report shows deputies were called to a home in Palestine, and when they got there, a shooting was going on. The affidavit claims several couples were in the home along with his wife, and when he got there, he allegedly started firing. The other men reportedly tried to defend themselves, leading to the scene that deputies reported seeing.